If you're watching this, you're probably wondering what exactly is Friends in Film? Like, what do they do or what do we do? My name is Omar. I'm one of the video editors, and I'm also using the Friends in Film methods to get into the entertainment industry, or I'm already in the entertainment industry. I just want to give you an idea of what Friends in Film does for us, like the results you can expect to happen. So I worked 2 weeks on a Netflix gig, my first Netflix gig. I made $210 for 12 hours. It was a travel gig. I was put up in hotels. I made about $2,200 as a PA on that Netflix gig. And the executive producer on that gig was so impressed with me that after I wrapped, she referred me to an MTV gig happening that following week. And on that MTV gig with Omar Apollo, the producer was so impressed with me that just a few hours into the workday, he was like, yo, like, Omar, I need you on my next shoot. Are you available? Let me get your information. So this is the way that we're building our network and how we are creating work, we're generating work, and actually getting in the people's phones that do the hiring. So that's what Friends in Film teaches you. It's the business aspect of it all that you may not have learned in film school. Maybe you learned the technical and artistic maybe you learned the technical and artistic aspects of filmmaking. But this is the actual business. Janet teaches us how to navigate the business of it, and she teaches us how to do it very well. The biggest check I've gotten was about $2,200. The most I've made in a day is probably like $500. I'm working on music videos, TV shows, Netflix gigs, MTV stuff, commercials, which are fun and the most high paying. Before Friends in Film, I would say there are two chapters to this. The first chapter is like depression, like feeling stuck in a retail job, like stuck under fluorescent lights and recycled air all day and not wanting to be there. So that's the first chapter. The second chapter is like a journey of self-growth. Like I started getting into self-development and started really like working on my mind. And like I was tired of being tired, you know what I mean? So that was the second chapter of Before Friends in Film. But still, like, even when I started to work on myself and started to work on my mind, I didn't really know what to do. I was just kind of taking action, throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what would stick, making YouTube videos, making my own content, trying to figure out how to sell like merchandise, like starting my own businesses. And then when I met Janet and started editing these videos and starting to see all these methods, I was like, oh wow, like I can do this. And it opened up my mind. It really gave me direction and helped me see a clear goal. And seeing what Janet's done, it's like, oh wow, like it's so attainable, it's so possible.
I bet you were surprised when you started doing the Get on Shoots method and getting on these sets, and you're like, oh wow, they actually value what I have.
I was not surprised at all. I knew it was gonna happen just because I had so much confidence in what Janet's teaching. I was expecting it, honestly, and that's how I was approaching this. I was like, I know I'm gonna show up on set only having a limited amount of experience, probably compared to everyone else, but I'm still gonna like show up as a rock star. I'm still gonna show up and make good impressions. I mean, the reason why it was so easy to believe in myself is because I had so many good examples in the training, and I knew exactly what to do and what to say and when to say it and why. Yeah, so I've been working as a PA, a production assistant in the art department. I've done sound.
What did you notice about the art department?
Yeah, so on the Microsoft commercial, there's a video about this on YouTube, by the way, on the Friends in Film YouTube. On the Microsoft commercial, I noticed like this group of people. I was like, hey, they look and sound like my friends. It was really weird. It was so funny. And I found out it was the art department. And I'm like, oh wow, okay, cool. And so I go over and talk to them and I'm like, hey, is art department fun? And they're like, yeah, bro, like that's why we do it. And it's a great way to make money. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is so cool. The art department was spray painting basketballs. And I just thought like what a beautiful day that must be to like wake up and spray paint basketballs for so much money.
Yeah, and they're making $650 per day.
Yeah, at least like the set dressers, huh?
Mm-hmm.
650,
Yeah.
650 for 12. I'm also using the Friends and Film methods to work in the music industry and like to get paid to travel with like gypsy dancers and rock stars. It's really freaking cool.
It's very high level stuff that they're doing. I mean, he's traveling. He's going on location with professional dancers and some very talented musicians. Like, wow. Okay,
Yeah.
can you talk a little bit about how you're using the Friends and Film that methods that way?
Yeah, I literally use the same PA tool belt. So that's one thing that's super important. I show up with Get It Factor. Like my first day when they were kind of like trying me out, it was a rehearsal, and I showed up like with my work gloves. I was only there as a sound tech to like like push dials and stuff, but I was there like ready to like carry equipment or whatever they needed. And so that was the biggest thing that left a good impression. I'm always thinking one step ahead, and it's the same show every night. So I noticed all the patterns. I know when like the main guy Benessi, I know when he's gonna come up, and I know when he's gonna hand me his guitar, and I know when I need to push this thing and this thing at the same time. Like I just being on top of all that, and then adding another step the next time is what really like makes the good impression and makes me valuable to the production.
Oh, I love that. So initially, you're showing up prepared, and then you're watching and listening and looking where you can be helpful. You don't try to do it all in the one day. You're looking and watching and observing. How can I add value? Remember, adding value. And then the next day, you add a little bit of value in this area, and a little bit of thoughtfulness, a little bit of listening, and you just keep doing that. And you calm down. You know what you're doing. You know what these people want.
You want to get into these comments? I want
Mm-hmm.
to answer this one.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Janet and Omar. What would you tell people like us that are just beginning this course? Okay, I'm going to tell you, you're probably going to do it way faster than I did. It took me a whole year to get like paid work, but I was not making this my number one focus. So honestly, you'll probably do it way faster than I did. Have faith in yourself and in what we're teaching you, because it is very thought out. Like Janet is a professional in the industry, telling you all of these secrets, like how to not only like how to like what to do, but also how to have finesse, which is what sets us apart from everyone else. The other thing is tell yourself it's okay to make mistakes, especially if you're starting out. That's what the 20 shoots method is for. Like allow yourself to make mistakes, and I go in like expecting that I'm gonna mess up something, and that's super important because that's the way we learn. We learn through failure. Failure is a good thing. Like learn to love it. There's so many I could come up with so many stories where I messed up. Like one at one of the concerts I worked at, I was just trying to do too much at one time. I was trying to do the sound playback. I was trying to film. I was trying to like grab equipment off the ground, and I was messing up. I had to stop two of the things I was doing and just focus on the main important thing that's necessary for the production to go smoothly. And then like I found my center, and then I started like building up to what I needed to do again.
Yeah. And you didn't beat yourself up for messing up.
Right, that's the thing. I was like, I felt it. I was like, oh my God, like I'm fucking up right now. And then I was like, okay, I just need to focus on one thing. And then that one thing, that's what grounded me. Just like, okay, I just need to do the best job I can at this one thing, and then everything else is gonna fall into place. So that's my program. Like I'm just gonna do this one thing, and everything else is gonna fall into place. Sometimes that one thing is just I just need to breathe right now, and then I know everything else is gonna fall into place. I've been working on a Netflix docu-series, on a Microsoft commercial, a couple reality TV shows, many music videos. I worked on a music video for Mod Sun. I worked on a music video for Hanavu, for Galit, and I worked on a lot of short films. The highest day rate I got was $320 for 12 plus overtime. I think that day I probably made like $500 about. Yeah, with the overtime.
And how does it feel to get those checks from entertainment partners?
It's freaking awesome. It's so cool. I'm making money like with like TV magic. It's cool getting that mailbox money. You know what I mean?